I think this can segue a little bit, into predictions.
Yeah.
But I think what is so interesting is kind of a flashback to the scene, the glass unicorn scene and the bachelor night. Her again saying like, when I think of Conrad, he just appears. So to me, it really felt like another callback to that, where it was like, she was like, whether it's by coincidence or it needed to be one of those moments that you also often have in like a rom-com where it's like, it is kind of a fate thing.
Yes.
That their paths would cross again like this.
In this way.
I think it was really interesting because obviously from Conrad's perspective, he doesn't know that the wedding is called off. He looks horrible.
He looks like he's been through it because he has.
He's been through it. Yeah. So I think that's also really interesting. And I think it can really go a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you were saying, there's like some movement. You see she's in line and she turns and then it looks like she's like starting to walk towards him. I think in an ideal situation, we would actually get Belly going up to Conrad in the next episode, them talking in the airport, her being the one to tell him, like, the wedding is off. I'm headed to Paris.
Yeah.
Him basically being like, I'm sorry about everything that's happened. Live your life in Paris.
Yeah.
Like, I'm rooting for you. Like you're going to learn so much.
Yeah.
And then they like hug and then like they go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Because obviously our girl needs to heal.
She needs time alone.
Yeah. She needs time alone.
Belly, listen to us.
She needs time to date someone who isn't a fisher. There's so many things she needs to be like 21 years old, you know? But in an ideal world, it would be great if they did have a short exchange in the airport.
Yes.
And that is my hope, that they have a little bit of a moment.
Yeah.
At the same time, I can easily see it being that, she turns, but then they're like, final call.
Yeah.
And then she has to hop onto the plane, and then maybe he just sees her from a distance, and then he calls Laurel or something.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more likely, like, we're not going to get a conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see what you think off
Those
of that.
are the exact two scenarios I was thinking as well. And I was thinking the latter would potentially be more likely. Like, it seems like she's moving towards him, so that makes me think
it's
probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I almost, part of me when I was first thinking about it, I thought, I almost don't want there to be another exchange because honestly, on Conrad's part, I feel like he left it as perfectly as you can leave it.
Totally.
I'm like, there's nothing more he can say or do.
Yeah.
Like, he left it exactly as he needed to. But then I do feel for him because he doesn't even know that the wedding is off.
Exactly.
For him to get a bit more peace in himself of just knowing that she is not marrying his brother at this exact moment in time would be really nice. And I would love for him to get that from Belly. So I do feel like from Belly's side, would love to have a little bit of a conversation for her to leave it better on her side.
Yeah.
So, but
I agree. I mean, I think even him seeing her, he would know something has gone.
I would be happy with that. That would be fine. And if he calls Laurel and then Laurel tells him, that would be fine. I would be fine with that.
Yeah, but it would be nice to hear directly. And I think it would just also be a really cool contrast, which we've already seen, where he receives the information that like she's going to Paris and he's not like, don't go.
Yeah.
He's like, go.
Yeah. Where she gets like validation.
Yeah. I think that would be awesome,
that would
actually.
Be nice. Yeah.
I think obviously she's kind of like, I don't know what's next. And it becomes clear. So there's been a trailer that has been posted for the next.
Yeah, we got a whole trailer for 3 more episodes.
Which is incredible.
Insane.
Like, great news for us. But it becomes clear that maybe her mom doesn't know that she's in Paris.
Yeah, right, because she calls her from Paris.
Yes, and then her mom is like, I'll pick you up wherever you are.
Yeah.
I think obviously her mom knows that she left.
Yeah.
But she obviously thinks she's still in the U.S.
Yeah, somewhere she can drive to.
Yes. So I do think it would be interesting if Conrad sees Belly, then calls Laurel, and then Laurel's like, I don't know where she is.
Yeah. But I guess maybe that wouldn't happen then because she does call, and on the call with Belly, she doesn't
until later. Yeah, I know. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if it would happen that he would call.
Maybe he would call later after he gets back to Boston.
Yeah.
Or wherever he's going. California, Boston.
Okay, this is the other thing that's really interesting is that, a lot of people have said, how can it be that there's an international
and domestic flight?
Jenny is tired of people's...
I love this. I love Jenny
comments because then she posted like in Logan International Airport, I guess. Like
you can get them both side by side.
You can get them both, yeah. So
she clapped back.
That was funny.
Go for you, Jenny.
Yeah, but that's a very unique situation. Yes. I agree.
I don't think that's not most airports.
That's why I was also like, I don't think I'm going to see Conrad here at the end.
Yeah. It was a shock, but I love that she did her homework and she was like, no, like this can't happen, guys.
I think people were confused because they didn't actually film it that's not what Logan International Airport looks like. I think they filmed that in Paris or something. So then people were like,
okay.
But I understand what Jenny was thinking. Yeah. She was like, this is possible. This is plausible.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about like overall. Let's talk about the title name and then like what we think is going to happen in the next episode.
Okay.
I'm very torn now because this really felt like an ending.
It did.
Especially given that we got the forehead kiss. She's on the flight. And with the trailer, it almost feels like these last 3 episodes, it's a whole new chapter.
It does.
It's a whole new show almost.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have even said like the feeling of a lot of the clips in the new trailer, it's a very different atmosphere.
It is, which is why I think it makes so much sense that it's a separate trailer. That like these clips weren't included in the original trailer. It wouldn't have fit.
And I think it's just the idea that like her mind has been expanded. Yes, she's finally overseas.
She's in a whole new world.
Yeah, it felt so coming of age, like college, study abroad. It was perfectly done.
Yeah.
But because of this, I am entertaining the theory now more than ever before that instead of continuing with last plus whatever the next name would be of the next episode, that we may be switching to a new format. First. And I'm wondering if it will be first. And I'm torn between this theory and continuing with last because I still feel in my bones that the last episode will be at last.
Yeah.
So then is it weird to have first, and then at last?
It would be weird. I do think so.
It could be weird. But there is something to be said about going from last kiss to like first steps or something.
Yeah.
Or like first, I don't know. Just like it would breathe a new chapter, life in a new chapter.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there's still a slight chance.
I think that would be really, really cool.
It would be radical.
It would be radical, but I think it could make sense. And I think if she did that, if we got like, as you said earlier, like first love for the final episode instead of at last.
Yes.
I think that would be beautiful.
No, and that was my other theory that it would be called first love instead of first steps or whatever. No. Even the next episode would be called first love.
Really?
Well, no, I think first steps, then first love.
Okay. And then what would the last episode be? Last? No. I don't think you can do that. Well, maybe, because then it's just changing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. That's hard. But first love, I feel like could be a title name.
It does make sense.
Like it would make sense.
It would make a lot of sense.
I'm not sure. I think if we keep on with last, though, I could see it being, okay, I did put Last Wish on there.
Yeah.
I just think there's something really romantic about Paris.
Yes.
And
yes. Well, I also put Last Wish, and I put it because because I think it does give off Paris vibes, but I feel like in this past episode, in episode 8, Conrad has this line when he's talking to Laurel, and he says, I wish.
Yes, yeah.
And then he just stops, and I was like, what do you wish, Conrad? What do you wish? And then when he's talking to Belly, like the last things he says to Belly is he says, I wish you both the best. And I was like really struck by that because I thought, okay, so earlier he was trying to say what he wished, maybe for himself, but he's actually not going to even wish that. He's going to wish the best for these other two because he's always thinking about other people.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking wish seems to be this recurring idea in this episode. So I think it could make a lot of sense for the next episode to be Last Wish.
I think so too. And I was also thinking, it's unclear to me because I actually do believe that the next episode is going to end with the letters.
Yes.
The first of the letters arriving. Yeah. And we're actually not going to get to New Year's. It seems like from the trailer, there's a New Year's Eve party. It would be interesting, though, to have Last Wish with the New Year's Eve party, too.
Yes.
Because you're kind of like, this is your last wish. But maybe that'd be called, like, Last Countdown or something. So I'm almost wondering if it'd be, like, Last Wish is next episode, and then it's, like, Last Countdown. And it's going to be, one of the climax points is going to be the New Year's Eve party, and Conrad's going to be there.
Yeah. Conrad is going to be
Taylor.
in Paris. Yeah, Taylor and Conrad are going to be there.
Maybe
and Jeremiah.
Okay. So for the next episode, Last wish, maybe even last ride or something. I don't know, something with like transportation, but I don't know if it makes sense.
I was thinking something for transport, like last train, last flight. Yeah. Like something with transport, I think also would make a lot of sense. But it's hard
because it really feels like the next one is going to be a new
chapter.
Yeah. So that's why it's hard for me to figure out something with last.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
But we will see. Maybe Last Call could also still be
in play
because we really thought Last Call would be at some point.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, I do believe that we're going to start the next episode with, it's going to be a quick airport scene again with either, most likely it's just going to be him seeing her. If we're really lucky, they get a quick exchange.
Yeah.
And then I think it's going to be her on the plane and she's completely distraught and she's like looking out the window and that's when she takes off her ring and everything and puts it away. And I have a lot of different ideas for this moment.
Oh, yeah?
I think.
Okay.
I think she's going to be, she's going to be so upset. She's so in her head. I just believe she's going to be on the plane and she's going to be kind of like completely out of her depth again in this new situation because she has no plan. It seemed like from the trailer, like she was like sitting alone on the train tracks, like maybe didn't even have like housing figured out.
Yeah.
So I think we'll get, some challenges in the beginning. She's just trying to figure things out. And then I think she'll get a job.
Yeah.
She'll get a job at that cinema place because she is such a film lover. I think that will be wonderful for her, actually.
Yeah.
And there was a clip from the trailer of her like sweeping. So I think she'll get a job. And then I think we'll have a really nice montage of her like making friends.
Yeah, living her life.
It's really unclear to me if like she's just going to be in Paris through her study abroad program still, or she's just going to be in Paris and just find a job there and like, live life.
It is unclear.
That part I'm not clear on.
Yeah.
Some people have theorized that like she never really canceled her study abroad program yet. And like maybe she can still go on it come like a little bit later.
Yeah.
But it could also be that like maybe she does get her spot back or she's just like living in Paris.
Yeah.
It does feel like she's going to be there for the semester.
Long haul, it seems.
So I think they need to connect it back to the study abroad somehow.
I think so too. I feel like it makes sense to me that it would still be the study abroad. That makes sense for like a longer term stay.
I think so.
And she has to finish her studies anyways.
She's still in her last year. Yeah, she still has her last year. So I'm hoping we get like a little bit of meat of her like meeting some of these friends for a little bit before they do a montage.
Yeah.
But I think they'll just need to do a major montage.
Yeah.
Of all of like the months are passing. She's getting to know people. She's at work. Then she meets her fling.
Yeah.
So there is
a camera guy.
It's camera guy. He looks kind of like Cam Cameron. He looks like a mixture of Cam Cameron.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, all of them.
Connor.
Yeah. But in the books, she did mention having like a Spanish fling.
Yes.
Because she was in Spain.
She's in Spain in the books, yeah.
But I believe that it's going to be a similar parallel. Like it's going to be this artsy camera boy. He seems really cute.
He does seem cute.
So I think they'll have a cute little fling, and then I believe the episode is going to just end with the letter that she receives in December.
From Conrad.
Because you can see that the letter is dated like December 22nd. So I think it's going to be right around the holidays. And I think what's going to be really interesting is how they keep any life happenings in Cousins at the same time as this.
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot that we need to figure out.
There is.
Conrad himself, I feel like he's going to have some type of interaction with Jer. And I don't know what's going to come of it, but Jer needs to know about his dad.
Yes.
And maybe he finds out through work. Like, it's going to have maybe a flash forward of Jer at work, and then, like, he finds out. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a scene with Taylor and Steven, probably. So
yes.
I don't really know how they're going to balance this with, like, being in Paris and that atmosphere and then back to Cousins. But I feel like they do need to move some of those other plot lines forward as well.
For sure.
I think what's also the most confusing to me, which people have been talking about online, is it was shown in like behind the scene footage that Jared was filming in Paris.
Yes.
And there's there's a clip that has been widely circulated where she is wearing like the same outfit.
Same from the plane.
And she's hugging Jer.
Yeah.
But I find it challenging, actually, that my theory is that he will not actually be there. And it's going to be in her head. But I'm interested to hear your theories. I think it's either Conrad talks with Jer, encourages Jer actually to like
go
find closure with Belly.
Yeah.
Maybe to go. I don't think he's gonna be like go to get your girl back, but like maybe like you guys like need some closure.
For sure, yeah.
Jer does actually show up in real life, but I just don't know why she would be wearing the same clothing.
I know.
Unless she literally didn't bring anything.
Yeah.
So that's why, to me, I think it's almost gonna be like in her head as she's going through moments and she's like what it could have been, and then he's gonna evaporate.
Wow. I think you're right. It could be that it's just in her head. But I'm like, why would she be imagining Jer at this point? She's so, like, she's admitted she loves Conrad. Why isn't it Conrad?
Because she's still, like, mourning their breakup. Because she was like, who am I gonna be without Jer? Like, I think there's still sadness for calling off your entire wedding.
Of course.
I do know what you mean, though. I can see one theory where, okay, Belly's in Paris. She calls her mom. Her mom's like, where are you? She's like, I'm in Paris. And then Laurel tells Jer, Belly's in Paris. And then he's like, I have to book a flight. And he just goes to Paris without telling her and then finds her.
Yeah.
But I felt like they were outside a plane.
Yeah, I think they are. So it seems like it's right as she gets off the plane.
Yeah, that's what's so confusing.
I don't know if maybe it could be that Conrad calls him from the airport so that he can hop on, like, the very next one that
he's
maybe
like,
has
you have a runaway bride.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think it would be a go. I agree. I don't think it would be a go get your girl, but I think it would be a nice thing for them to get some closure before she starts her Paris adventure.
Yeah.
But I think with the trailer, that doesn't make sense because she seems like she's really upset.
And alone. Yeah.
So
this is why I thought it's all in her head.
And maybe it's a scene that's been scrapped. I don't know.
That could also be it. It could have just been scrapped and everyone is like fixated, obviously. Yeah.
Because they film a lot of stuff that never makes it, you know?
Sure.
I'm sure.
So who knows what will happen if Jer will make an appearance or not. But my working theory is that
it's in her head.
Like,
I think it probably makes the most sense, but I just don't feel like her headspace is thinking about Jeremiah right now.
Or she's like, this is how it could have been in terms of a better goodbye.
Yeah.
Like I wish it had been this way. I don't know.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, but I also do think the trailer in general, something that struck me immediately from the trailer itself is the song, Anything Can Happen.
Yeah.
And if you recall from season 1 of the show, the way that it ended was Belly on the beach, right?
Yeah, with Conrad.
Yeah, the kiss. And then after the kiss, she's like, now that this has happened, I think anything can happen.
Does she say anything can happen? I thought she said anything is possible.
No, it's almost verbatim.
Wow.
She says, in this moment, I realized if this can happen, maybe anything can.
Jenny Han.
So I was like, this song choice is excellent.
That is excellent.
Yeah.
That's really good because, when I listened to the trailer, the whole time,
I was
like, where is Taylor Swift's Paris?
It's not the right, it's not the trailer,
right time.
It's not the right, because
I know, but it's just
trying to show the highs and lows.
It is,
trying to show the highs.
I thought it would show, I thought when it goes into the montage of partying and stuff, I was like, when is Paris going to happen? And I just thought it because so many, like, every season trailer has actually been Taylor songs for the last 2 seasons, you know?
Sure, but Gracie was used as, like, a teaser, right, for another. So I don't know if she's considering this as more of a teaser.
That's true. It is more of a teaser. It's not a season trailer.
I really believe she used this song because of the call back to season 1.
That's really good.
Is my understanding. I don't know, but I was just rewatching and I was like,
anything can happen.
Yeah, and it really has that, coming of age.
The vibe. Yeah. No, it was really good. I was really pleased with the trailer.
I also zoomed into the envelope.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a lot of people have been talking about this. You see that, one, it's like hand stamped. Which is like kind of a callback to their conversation.
Yeah.
But you can see the stamps, and then it's kind of an infinity sign, right? So I think people have talked about that.
Yeah.
People have talked about how the date is December 22nd.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's kind of Christmas time.
For sure.
So might be a nod to, their
Last
Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I was really interested in that trailer. I zoomed in and I am confused as well because there are some scenes where it does look like she has a ring on her finger. And one of the scenes...
On this finger?
Yeah. And I'm confused because, I mean, I didn't think that would be in Paris per se. And then I'm like, is it a promise ring? I don't know. I do believe Conrad will come to Paris at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm really thinking it's going to be New Year's because that scene with Taylor, I was like, why would just Taylor be there?
Yes.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I'm so glad, they can just have fun. Yeah. Their relationship is repaired. Yeah. Thank heaven. Yes. Because Jer had really ruined a lot.
Yes.
I'm so happy for her that she's glowing.
She is having the time of her life.
Yeah. I'm so happy for her. But I do have this feeling that New Year's, it won't just be Taylor.
Yeah.
Maybe Steven and Conrad would also be there.
That would be so fun.
And I think it could make sense with the letter coming in December but I don't know.
Yeah.
And just New Year's to me feels really romantic. I don't know.
It is. Well, especially in Paris.
Yeah, but I did notice folks need to zoom in when she's in that yellow outfit.
Yeah.
And she looks a little bit more stylish and mature as well. If you zoom in, she's definitely wearing a ring.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused about that. So we're going to have to see. That confused me. And then, I mean, I do think that the season is going to end overall back in Cousins.
Yes.
But there does seem to be a lot of content in Paris.
Yes. Which is cool. But
Which is super cool.
I'm thinking 2 episodes in Paris, right?
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it has to be 2 episodes in Paris. And then maybe even the finale would have a little bit.
A little bit, but coming back?
Perhaps.
Interesting, because I know we've talked in the past about maybe her having a good amount of time alone, and then kind of more will she choose herself? Will she choose Conrad?
Yeah.
Would it be more of an epilogue kind of thing where she chooses Conrad? So if Conrad's proposing around New Year's, that's a lot faster than I would have thought.
No, I don't think he's going to propose in Paris. I think he's going to propose in the finale back in Cousins.
Yes.
But then I don't know how much of an epilogue we're going to get actually.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I will say, I think we should be really grateful that we're getting 3 episodes that are not really in the book to begin with.
Yes.
I mean, they're really in Uncharted.
Extra content.
There's 5 pages of the book left or something.
Yeah.
So this is incredible. At the same time, now I'm I wish we had 5 episodes. There's so much I would love to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about song predictions because I have a lot, but I want to hear yours first.
Okay, well, I don't have a lot, but I have a few that I'm really desperately holding on to.
Of course.
Okay, I mean, obviously, I'm really expecting Paris in this next episode.
Yes.
I feel like it's got to happen.
I think it has to happen, but then I was thinking the other day, I was I think there's a myriad of different reasons as to why Jenny switched the location to Paris.
Yeah.
I think it's partially because of Sabrina.
Yeah.
The movie. But partially I was I think it's for certain T Swift songs.
Yes.
And I always thought, maybe it's for Paris. But now I'm I don't think it's necessarily for Paris. I think it's for Begin Again.
That could work too.
And to me, I'm Paris, of course. But Paris to me seems the most obvious choice.
Yeah.
And it would work beautifully.
Yeah.
Begin Again, I'm that would be stunning.
That would be stunning. But that will be when Conrad comes to Paris, right?
Exactly. Not in that next episode.
Yeah.
But I was is this why? I would love to get Paris, but I would rather not get Paris to get Begin Again.
Oh, 100%. Let's have both.
That's all, yeah. But I was just thinking that the other day. I was it almost feels if we don't get Begin Again, that would be a travesty.
That would be a miss.
And that, it's in Paris now.
Yeah. I think so. I think I would be shocked if we don't get Paris because it just seems too... it just makes so much sense. How can there not be a Paris montage without Paris?
I think that, but then I was there's so many songs, and it's really hard because... T Swift Paris, it would be perfect, but at the same time, for those club scenes, I almost think it's going to be Paris by the Chainsmokers.
I think that makes sense.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not thinking for so much for club scenes. I'm thinking of it for the scenic, when she's starting to go around and she does her touristy thing of Paris, right?
So we're going to have multiple montages, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
I was how many Paris-related songs do we have? Because to me, I was wait, this There's so many songs that I would love to be included. But continue with T Swift song.
Okay.
I agree that Paris, like,
Paris,
of course.
This next episode, Begin Again, the second episode.
I think so.
I think that would be perfect.
Yes.
And then what I really, really, really am hoping for, and I've been thinking about this all season.
Okay.
But Cardigan sealed the deal for me.
It did.
Cardigan sealed the deal for me because this is my dream, because Jenny Han does not repeat a lot of songs.
No.
Right? We've only had a few repeats.
Yeah.
But the only other T Swift repeat beside False God is This Love.
Yeah.
And that happened in season 1 and season 2. We need it in season 3 so it can be the trifecta.
Yeah, I think
I
we'll
do
still
believe.
get it.
I feel like we'll get it in the final episode.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, especially because of the lyric that, you know, these hands had to let it go free, this love came back to me.
Yes.
Which is such a mantra for both Belly and Conrad. Like, they both have to let it go free for it to come back to them, right? So Conrad has done that now. Yeah. This is Belly doing it now. And then I just thought Cardigan paired perfectly with that, because it's saying, you know, I knew you would come back to me. And so I'm like, those two songs.
You want Cardigan again?
No. I don't want Cardigan again. But I just feel like Cardigan evoking that idea of saying, you know, I knew you would come back to me. But the fact that, like, before it does, she has to let it go. Like, so this is her time. Like, Paris is her time to let it go free.
Yeah.
And then it will come back to her.
Okay, gotcha. Because I almost thought... Okay, I will circle back to Cardigan a little bit, because I did love the choice of it. At the same time, I was almost like, are we having it now because we're going to have it again later? Because I almost felt like it was too soon to have Cardigan.
Yeah.
That's my only... It's not a critique, but it's just an observation where I was like, it's more of a coincidence that they're seeing each other.
Yes.
And I think to come back to me, like, it would be even more powerful if it's like, when he comes back to Paris.
But that's why I feel like this love will, I mean, essentially, this love would complete that circle later.
Oh, so you want this love for a third time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, I want this love every single season, because I feel like this love has been the Belly Conrad theme song.
I think we'll get this love at the finale.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will say the only other one that I was thinking, and I don't know if she would do this actually, because it has a lot of other meanings to it now as well. But the airplane scene, I could also see a version of You're on Your Own, Kid.
Oh.
Or when she's like trying to figure out things originally in Paris, and she's kind of like, like, I could see that. I could see that. Maybe just a short portion, not the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I actually think that could work quite well.
That could work. And you know, the other song I was thinking for, like, Around the Plane, I feel like Labyrinth could work really well.
It could.
And I feel like it was maybe even teased in season 2, right? Because Steven literally uses lyrics from it in his graduation speech.
No,
that's such a coming of age song. And it's already been kind of used in the show. So I think it would be really cool if that was used. And I feel like the sound of it would work really well for that kind of thing as well.
Yeah. I think we could get an Adele song. For sure. Cry Your Heart Out. She has a lot of songs from Adele's divorce I think would work well. I also think Miley, from Miley's like breakup album, Used to Be Young could be really good.
That could be good.
And she's looking out the window and she's like crying. Fine Line, Harry Styles. I actually think like the soundscape would work beautifully. Motion Sickness, Phoebe, I've been saying that the whole time, I think at some point. And then I do think that Jenny posted that, like a SZA song.
Yes, she did post that.
That would be an Easter egg, and I'm like, maybe that is the song and she's on the plane.
Yeah, it would make sense.
I can also kind of see a Kelly Clarkson, Breakaway, Princess Diaries nod.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like that could also be really emotional.
That could be, yeah.
I don't know if that's too much. I mean, it's just hard because some songs are so intertwined with the movie.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to do it because it's too intertwined.
Yeah.
But that could also be an interesting nod.
Yeah.
There's also a Sabrina song Okay, this is from years ago from Singular, which is also called Paris.
Oh,
and
wow.
the whole thing is like, it's so romantic in Paris.
Maybe every single song in this episode will just be a Paris song.
Literally. No, and okay, that one is so good. That one is crazy though, because she's like, it's so romantic in Paris. But then she's like, but then I like left my love in LA.
Oh.
But the thing is, Conrad is in SF.
He's not
so
in LA.
It's like perfect, but not. So maybe not. But you know what also, what really struck me is one of my favorite Paris-related songs is Paris in the Rain by Lauv.
Yeah. That is a good one.
That is really good. And I feel like that could be for
that
like
fits
her
the Jenny
fling.
landscape.
Yeah, I feel like for meeting her fling or something.
Yeah.
That could be kind of cute. So I would love to see Paris in the Rain at some point.
Okay.
Or, just when she's like, maybe when she gets a job or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the Louvre, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
I love that song, and I think that could also be cute for any like romantic montage she has. Or Ribs, I actually think is like such a coming of age song as well by Lorde. And I think that there could be a scene where we have Conrad where he's writing the letters.
Yes.
And then he's dropping it off at the post office or something. If that's the case, it is my number one wish that he's writing the letters and then the role model moment I've been waiting for the entire season. Some protector comes on. Okay. And he's writing the letters. And it's like he's still protecting her and like thinking about her even from like across the sea.
Yes.
I think that would be incredible. But I'm sure we'll get like some older, maybe
throwbacks.
Paris. Yeah, throwbacks. But there's just a lot of really good songs that feature Paris, and I don't think she can include them all.
No, it'll be one or two at the most, I think.
Yeah.
I would be absolutely shocked if we do not hear Paris by Taylor Swift.
I would love if she did a mashup of all of Paris.
Just all going one into the other.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot.
I know.
Like it's gotta be there, and then it'll be showing the flashing tower at midnight. Right?
I know.
Like it's gotta happen.
Wait, do you also know that song, This City? The city's gonna break my heart. She's always going to break your heart. Do you remember that song?
I don't think so.
I also could see that while Conrad's writing his letters.
Nice. There's so many options.
So I'm really hopeful he'll get a song.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Please.
All right.
Okay, those are my main.
That's a lot.
Feelings.
Woo!
I'm really. It's been a journey for us.
It has.
I can't express how happy I am she's free.
I know. This is a whole new chapter for her.
It's a whole new chapter. I've just been really waiting for her to be able to like focus on herself.
Yeah.
And this is why again I'm like, it's honestly fundamental that she dates someone else. Or just doesn't even think about dating for a while.
I think it'd be good for her to get a break, get some time.
Yeah.
Be by yourself, Belly.
I really hope the montage, it's like it really is some time.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.